Now, I told you Italian is phonetic, and that's true. But there are 6 letter combinations that behave differently from what English speakers expect. These are the exact rules that trip up almost every beginner, and once you know them, you'll never be tripped up again. So let's go through them one by one. The first one is related to the letter C, ch. Before E or I, this is pronounced at a soft CH sound, like in church. So you will find words like cena, which is dinner, where the C comes before the E and it becomes a soft ch. And you already know ciao. That's the most famous example. G before E or I becomes a soft J sound, like in gem. You already know the word gelato. Everyone think it's hard to say. It's not. Gelato. The G before the E becomes a J. Giorno, like buongiorno. Giorno, which is day, would follow the same rule. When you have CH together, it's always a hard K sound, like in king. So you have words like chiaro, which means clear, where CH before the I is pronounced chiaro. And you have the verb chiamare, which means to call. GH together, they always make a hard G sound, like in go. Here you have words like ghiaccio, which means ice, ghiaccio, and spaghetti, spaghetti, which is, of course, a type of pasta, as you all know. You have the 3 letters GLI, li. This sounds like li in millions. It's a softer than a plain L. You have words like figlio, which means son, figlio, and aglio, which means garlic. GN is definitely a combination of letters that you've seen before. It sounds like NY in canyon or onion. It's gn, gnocchi, bagno. Bagno is bathroom, and gnocchi, of course, you all know what this is. These are the 6 rules. That's a whole list. And notice something. Every example I used was a word you already know from food, from culture, from Italian restaurants, from TV series. The language is already all around you. So now you're just starting to actually hear it. Now, let's put everything we just learned into practice with 6 essential Italian words and phrases. These are the ones you will use from day one in any Italian city, in any situation. And I want you to notice as we go through them how all the pronunciation rules we just covered are already at work. The first word is ciao. Ciao. And you already know this one. Notice the C before the I. That's a rule one that we learned before. The C before I makes a ch sound. This one word works for both hello and goodbye. You could arrive in Italy and live in Italy saying only this word, and people would love you. The next word is grazie. Thank you. Grazie. Now, notice the Z. In Italian, Z very often sounds like S. Grazie. You'll say this 100 times a day in Italy, and now you can say it with me once again. Grazie. The next word is per favore, which means please. The stress falls on vo, per favore. All 5 vowels in this phrase are pure Italian vowels. Nothing unexpected, pronunciation super easy. Per favore. Sì and no. Yes and no, as simple as it gets, and notice how both are pure Italian vowel sounds. Sì, you have the I, which is E, and no, you have the O, which is O. Mi chiamo. My name is. And look, there's rule 3 in action. CHI makes a hard K sound. So it's not mi chiamo, it's mi chiamo. My case, mi chiamo Sara. Now it's your turn. Say it with your own name. Mi chiamo. Non capisco. I don't understand. Finally, the phrase that will save you more times than any other in your first month of Italian. Non capisco, non capisco. I don't understand. Notice the C before the A. That's a hard K sound because the C before E and I rule only applies before those two specific vowels. Before anything else, C is always hard. Non capisco. Now we will repeat them all again slowly. Ciao, grazie, per favore, sì, no, mi chiamo, non capisco. That's real Italian and you just spoke it. Very well done. Bravo. Before I let you go, I want to share 5 habits that I've watched make the difference between students who genuinely learn a language and students who watch a few episodes and then quietly give up. These are not things I read in a book, these are patterns I've seen over and over again. Number one, consistency beats intensity. 10 minutes every day is worth more than 2 hours on a Sunday, every single time. Your brain builds a language through repeated small exposures, not marathon sessions. Show up daily, even if some days it's just reviewing the previous episodes while you make coffee. Number two, speak from day one. Don't wait until you feel ready. The day doesn't come. Speak with an accent, speak with mistakes, speak badly. All of that is completely fine. It's the only way forward. The students who make the fastest progress are always the ones who are willing to sound terrible in the beginning. Number three, embrace mistakes. In Italian culture, making the effort to speak the language is considered an act of respect. You will not be laughed at, you will be celebrated. Every Italian person I know lights up when a foreigner tries. Mistakes are not failure, they're proof that you're working. Number four, use Italian in real life. Label the objects in your home with sticky notes in Italian. Change your phone language. Put on Italian music while you cook or clean. Watch an Italian film with English subtitles. These small acts of immersion add up to something enormous over time. And last but not least, be patient with yourself. Language learning is not a straight line. There will be weeks when you will feel like you're flying, you understand everything, everything clicks, it's incredible. And then there will be weeks when you feel like you've forgotten everything you knew. Both are completely normal, both are part of the process. Just keep going. If you do these 5 things alongside watching this series, you will get there. I have absolutely no doubt about that. And that, believe it or not, brings us to the end of episode 1. Look at what you've covered today. In one single episode, you learned why Italian is worth every minute you put into it. You saw the full roadmap of this course. You understood the watch, repeat, practice method. You went through the entire Italian alphabet, all 21 letters. You mastered the 6 pronunciation rules that trip most beginners. And last but not least, you spoke your first 6 real Italian phrases. And this is not bad for 20 minutes, right? In episode 2, greetings and introductions, you'll learn how to say hello, goodbye, how are you, nice to meet you, pleased to meet you, and how to introduce yourselves completely in Italian. After that episode, you will be able to walk into any Italian setting and open a real conversation. That's a promise. Before you go, 3 things. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss an episode. Hit like if you enjoyed this. It genuinely helps this series reach more people who want to learn Italian. Every like matters more than you think. And also drop a comment below. I want to know di dove sei, where are you from, and what made you decide to learn Italian. I read every single comment. Thank you so much for being here for this first episode. Grazie mille, which literally translates as 1,000 thank yous. Mille means 1,000. So, you know also a new word. A presto, and see you very soon. Ciao, ciao.